Hey, Blow Up the Noobs here. Today for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be trying out the one-shot showdown, and I'm gonna see if I can properly document Game Jam for once. I guess I'm gonna see how that turns out. Hosted by 404 Entertainment, and yeah, let's see how it goes. Alright, so this is the end of day one. I have an event happening tomorrow morning, so I have to get to bed a little early. But with how late in the day this jam started, fingers crossed, I should hopefully have some more time to work on it than I did today. As for what I did today, the first thing I did was to adapt my third-person controller for first person, which ended up taking a lot more time than anticipated, because in order to get these nice angles you see over here, you first have to get the Euler angles of the transform before using them. The only reason why I didn't need this before was because I stored it somewhere else, and the discovery ended up eating a lot of my time. Once I had finished with that, I moved on to wall running, which, after a minuscule amount of math, it wasn't actually that bad. Just a couple hiccups, like putting a 360 where a 180 should have been, and I pretty much got it working. Tomorrow, I'm hoping to give wall running a speed boost. Then I will conquer crouching and sliding, so that way I can move on to some of my other game's mechanics. Alrighty, here marks the end of day two. Um, so as a quick recap, the main things I did were, first thing, I noticed that my wall running code was actually not working quite right, so I had to spend some time fixing that. It turned out to be some niche issues with using stuff like ATAN instead of ATAN 2, which apparently allows it to get the full range of angles. So, yeah, it's kind of annoying. But then I also added wall bouncing. Um, and I'm surprised I didn't already do this, but I also set the target velocity to stop. There's also some sliding in the game now, which gives you like a little speed boost when you do it. You can also just crouch normally. And then and then as you can obviously see, I spent a tiny bit of time making an actual map. And just by testing it on here, there's already a bunch of little movement tricks that I can see someone pulling off to be able to go stupid fast in here. So I'm looking forward to seeing how people mess with that. Next thing I did was, if you look over here, there's this little cube, and there's also a crosshair on my screen. Little change. There's a crosshair. I can pick up the thing, I don't quite have throwing, but I I have the code in there. I haven't tested it. I haven't hooked it up yet, but hopefully that works first try tomorrow morning. And yeah. So hopefully we should be all set to make some actual combat scenarios. My teammate Muffin made this little small enemy over here. If we undisable him, he's gonna chase us around. I think probably needs a bit of work working on, like need to make a health system for the player and all that whatnot. And right now, this guy just rams you into oblivion. So like he can smush you against a wall and then you can't get out, which is not good. But it seems to, but it we're off to a pretty good start. It's only day 2, and we have pretty much the rest of the 2 weeks to go. Oh no, and this guy's stuck on me. So yeah, uh, I guess that's my update for today, and we'll see where I get tomorrow. All right, so this is the end of day 3. I had just recorded this video and then realized that I had my mic muted. So here we go again. So like as I said before, uh throw throwing was thankfully mostly plug and play. Uh these enemies are kind of annoying. And ah. And like as you can see here, I also made it that you can throw enemies, which is pretty cool. So I can yeet this block into him. He dies. And then I helped clean up uh some of Muffin's code in there. So yeah. So we have enemies. The enemies die. I also helped with Muffin's code. I helped clean some of it up, and um I also created a thing that, like, through the power of inheritance, you can I made it much easier for us to just make a bunch of modular enemy scripts. And with that, I made my own jumping enemy script. Go back into here. And yeah. Um Also, one other thing I did was I gave the enemies a line of sight, because something I noticed was that before you could see see the the enemies could see you through the walls. Like if this enemy was over here, I was on the other side of the wall, they could still try to chase me. So I went up ahead and fixed that. And yeah. So also one thing I thought was kind of funny was apparently the cube has a fan base. This little cube. So he'll probably be making into the final build somewhere. Maybe I'll hide him or somewhere. But for the meantime, sacrilege. So like I may have just said this. Oh my goodness, I'm so scattered brain. But the enemies need to but I Muffin made a build earlier that with some new stuff, but it's kind of a mess right now. So tomorrow, I guess I gotta clean that. And I also gotta fix this little rotation thing. I know exactly why that's happening. I need to make the blocks go limp when they're dead. So that way they don't stay at these weird angles. And then after cleaning up the code a little bit, hopefully I can get onto some 3D modeling. So that should be fun. And yeah, I guess that's my update for today. See you in the next video. Alright, so I'm speaking a little softly because of the time, but today or yesterday was a interesting day. Um, I spent a bit of time helping fix some stuff with the enemies. I made them collide with each other. Like when you throw them into each other, they kill each other. So that's fixed. Muffin made a new enemy type right over here, which is kind of still a work in progress. And um, after I did that, most of what I've been doing was this spider thing. Uh, this is its like default pose. You can switch to here to get it to its walking animation. A little bit squishy, but I I think it looks rather charming. Just need to figure out how to make this loop. Um, and then also I have a tail raise up and down just for the jumping and what's it called? For like the jumping and normal one. I think like the jumping one is probably like gonna slam his tail into the ground when he jumps into the player. And then the the this guy will probably raise his tail when he's sprinting at you. So give a few key differences between the two spooters. And I realized I forgot to make a jump animation, but it's a little late for that now, I guess. Um, I also helped create the game's first spell. Seems like my teammates want to make a bunch of these, so oh, there's the explosion thing. That's also a work in progress thing. But we have a spell thing, which will die off when um, it go after it stops moving. These guys bounce back, which is nice. Also, we made a bunch. I didn't record our voice call for the sake of because I didn't ask them, you know, I guess etiquette and all that stuff. But we got on a call for the first time today. It's pretty fun. And oh, bye bye red. What's the yellow one? Who knows? So yeah, so we got a voice call on the first time. We got some interesting idea. Also from the uh one shot challenge server, they gave us an interesting idea of making an exploding enemy. Muffin came up with a pretty interesting enemy idea, so we can hopefully implement that in soon into the game, because I think it like an exploding enemy would be very interesting with the throwing mechanic, which is clearly a main thing in our game. Um, so yeah, but I guess a bunch of small little things, but all in all, it's pretty nice. For some reason, throwing the cube at this thing is the only way to make it fixed. Yeah, so bam. Also, one last funny little tidbit is that it turns out that the fireball at the moment, the scroll itself, is more dangerous than the spell it casts. So, like as you saw, I killed that guy, but that says absolutely nothing. Wait a second. I just realized the way my code is written. Yeah, he's dead. That probably should not happen. It should only happen with both of them are alive. But yeah. Also, a funny little thing is that we noticed that when they are alive, uh, they don't throw quite properly. Like if I pick up this guy, if I yeet him, you can see he kind of shot off to the side. And we realized this is because of the enemy AI, but we thought it gave us a funny idea of like the enemies would like squirm and stuff as you carried them, or maybe we can make them probably this is more likely going to be in the game. We can probably make them scream as you hold them, which I think would be absolutely hilarious. It's I guess psychopathic as well, but who cares? So yeah, so hopefully big changes coming to the game. Hopefully we can get some new models into the game soon. Uh, didn't really showcase the flying enemy. Let's. Oh. Throw force. I thought I set this already. Enemy speed is supposed to be like what, like 10? Rotation. I'll give it a good old 10. Max attack distance is 30. Max detection range, I said was 40 because it needs to be able to see the person when flying. Wow. Let's set the player as the target. Oh. Let's bring the enemy a little bit closer to the ground. I was so sure I had this stuff in earlier. But, huh. He's behaving strangely. But anyway, I guess that's stuff I'll figure out in the morning. Alright, that's it for now. See you the next day. Alright, so this is the end of day 5. Today I feel like I did a good amount, but also it feels a little less productive because I have a little less to show. But today I spent some time trying to figure out the um, Unity animator because this is actually my first time working with this stuff. And I did initially have all this stuff working, but just like literally just now I added colliders to all of the bones, trying to hopefully make them ragdoll. But for some reason it causes, I don't know, it makes it not work. But this is fun. I gave it a capsule collider for now. Um, I can go onto the enemy. First, I should probably turn these on. I can turn that on. Turn off the capsule collider. And now it like fits pretty much exactly to the spider, which is fun. But hopefully tomorrow I can figure out all the ragdoll stuff. We can take care of some actual like housekeeping for the game and stuff. And we can, check some other stuff off the to-do list, hopefully. Tomorrow will be my teammates. Will be the weekend, so my teammates will be able to hop on a call for the I guess the third time because we managed to do it today and last night. But yeah, hopefully we get some good progress in. And I am able to figure out the ragdoll, and then after that, it's to animating the blue spider, figuring out how to split the animation so I can have a tail animation for this little dude, and hopefully after I figure out the spider thing, the other ones will be much faster. but one can only hope. Alright, that's it for today. Alright, so it's been a while since last recorded one of these. The weekend's just been hectic and I don't know, real life stuff in real life took a bunch of time out of this to be able to properly make a recap of what I did. But it took me a while, but if I load into the game here, I pretty much got the ragdolls figured out. Like I need to get the specific stuff for the enemy ragdolls to work, but like because so that way they don't bend weirdly, but code-wise everything's all figured out. So also I put popped in the blue spooter into the game. So that's neat. Um yeah, they each have their own little animations. Like the blue one will lower its tail when it's jumping at you. It's supposed to do that. It was doing a little bit. And then this guy does the opposite. He's supposed to raise it when he gets to you. And then when he attacks you, it turns off, which I guess is why it turns off. Because when they are stunned, it automatically turns it off. I guess that's why. But, yeah. And, well, I guess since I mentioned the ragdolls, I guess I should kill him. Where did the other dude go? There we go. So, yeah, so ragdoll works. You can yeet it just like you would normally, which took a strange amount of time, and it turns out all I needed to do was apply the force to all the limbs. But at least it's working now. Um, one of my I don't know if I've shown this before, but one of my teammates has been working on spells. That one's the float one. This one, I love this one. This one's a fireball. Pew! Bang. Um, this one should be the beam spell. Little shoot there. Messed with recently. Before it was like a massive ring, but then I told him it's too big, and I guess he made it really small now. Boom. That's a shield spell. Not so sure why that one would be super useful, but it exists. And then this last one is a teleport spell. Teleports directly, or pretty much directly wherever you look at it. And so I think I don't know if I've properly shown all the enemy AI, so I don't know why they turn off, but I'll just show the AIs real quick. This one's kind of annoying to show because he takes a while to attack. But yeah, as you can see, he dives down for the player. I managed to catch him, but ooh, there we go. Takes a nice little swoop. Oh, there we go. Alright. So while that guy's running around, let's turn on the shooting enemy. This guy will just shoot projectiles, and occasionally he has a chance to shoot 3 in rapid succession. That might have been it. No. Perish. Okay, they should both be dead now. Alright, and on to the last. Wait, what? It's not dead? Ah. Yeah, I kind of wish this thing was bigger. Is it dead? I think it's dead. Just to be sure. Yeah, it's dead. Funny thing is, I feel like the only way to fix it is to throw this thing on it. And it's not even fixing it. Peculiar. His rigid body, I guess. Oh, it didn't release the constraints. That's what happened. What? Come on. You know? I don't know why that's happening, but eh. Alright, next one. This one's kind of the hardest one to show. But the missile. Or so he's called. So this guy will recklessly run at you. And then if he hits, and then while he's attacking, if he hits anything, he'll explode. My plans are to make it be able to hurt enemies, so that way you can, so if you manage to catch him, you can throw him off, and then he'll explode something else. And so those are pretty much all the enemy AIs. And the last thing I'd want to show is something funny I've been told. Is like, if you, it's a little bug, but if you pick up this guy, look straight down, and walk forwards, you can fly. I believe the reason is likely due to the fact that while I deactivate the main collider on the thing, I don't deactivate the children. So the bottom ones are still perfectly able to be walked on, which makes for a silly buggy mess. Because school started again, the updates will probably be less frequent, but I guess I'll try to update when I can. Alright, so it's the end of another day. It's been a while since I made another update, but we got some good progress in here. We have models for pretty much everything now. All these little spooters that bounce at you. This guy that throws. I guess I didn't quite make the rock models yet, but it's gonna shoot rocks at you. Uh, the bat, in my opinion, just honestly looks just kind of majestic. And little tiny cube has a attack animation, which can kill stuff. What the frick? There you go. Boom. Ah. Why do I keep missing? Alright, and there's pizza. Oh, he just dived. Bam. Yeah, so some of the other guys got the visual effects working. This guy's ragdoll's kind of broken. I fixed a little issue with them where they were allowed to intersect each other, the bones. So I fixed that. Though, yeah, I didn't fix this glitch yet. Last item is a pizza here. It increases the player's health. Oh, I hate that sound effect. I need to get him to change it. But why would he make these so big? Yeah, I guess I have to talk to my teammates about this stuff, but sound effects on everything would awesome. Gotta get rid of that sound effect, but yeah. Favorite thing about this guy is that you can throw him around like a football. And we have to figure out how to stop that from happening, but it's all fun in games. So hopefully tomorrow could get some simple models in, create a basic level, so that way we at least have like, at least package our game nicely, so that'll probably be what we're working on tomorrow. It'll be pretty much my last day of being able to work on the jam, though my teammates have got a couple hours because they are on vacation next week. So, yeah. Alright, so it's been a few days since the jam has ended, and I'm both pretty happy with how far I've come, but also kind of disappointed at where the game was left at. Um, First thing is like we realized on the last day that me and my teammates were pretty bad at level design. So this is what we have, and secondly, um, there's a bunch of like small little issues with our code. Like we got so far, we have all the enemy AI and stuff working and all that whatnot, but for whatever reason, uh, the game just decided not to work. I I feel like it's something I could have figured out had I had a tiny bit more time, but um, it's the nature of the jams, I guess. I got all the enemies having melee weapons and stuff. Also, strangely, if you throw the enemies, I think, yeah, their AI turns on. Without doing that, they just sit around and do nothing. Just bizarre. Again, like something I have to look into. Oh, there you go. And also, if you press the again, you'll see all those null reference exceptions. A little bat. But also, the little interesting thing is that once that happens, there's no saving your run. There's, well, no saving the enemies. They will always have their AI deactivated. Oh, that guy just disappeared. But, I mean, for my first 3D game, I would say it's pretty good, right? Honestly, again, like, this is kind of why I'm amazed with how far I've come. Like, even though I'm really disappointed, I still think it's really cool that I was able to do so much in such a short time. Also, if I show you the menu, this is a very beautiful menu screen by Deckle Amazing. Alright, and we also have a level selector. Yeah, so this is where the game's at so far. Oh, it didn't break for once. Kinda. Yeah, there's a little break. Just gotta like, give it a little... What in the world? Just gotta give it a little nudge nudge. Alright, there we go. The idea was that the knife was supposed to stick to enemies, but for whatever reason it isn't quite doing that. But it's still pretty satisfying to throw at things. Oh wait, this one's the kunai. It's a slight difference from the knife and dagger. Well, knife is pretty obvious, but the dagger is pretty noticeable. I'm curious as to why that stretching happens. Anyways, the aim is pretty accurate, so yeah. So that's the game, I guess. If we had one more day, I'm telling you, we could have made everything work, but oh well. One thing that I thought would be a pretty neat spectacle, just to see how things are, is because I deleted a bunch of things because of like just constantly sending back and forth packages. Oh, apparently I already got rid of some. But I thought it'd be pretty neat, well, kind of interesting just to see how much space all this game jam stuff took up on my computer. So, you can see right over here, 1.24. Let's empty the recycling bin. Please give me the prompt. Yes. That took a second. Hey, I got 0.01 terabytes back. That's something. Alrighty. So that's the end of my showcase, and yeah. I was thinking maybe I could continue working on this later. I have something I'm currently in the process of making. So maybe not. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Me and my teammates thought it'd be a pretty neat project to carry on afterwards, though. Maybe slight change in the direction, but it's pretty. I like the idea of throwing enemies into each other. We have a pretty good base for that already. So, yeah. Uh, I guess this is it. See ya.